Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion where Northernlion plays Dead Cells on this video game we call Dead Cells. I'm Northernlion, I'm playing it. Dead again, eh? Who are you? The YouTube comments? Look, I've been working at it. I have had some people, they've been saying, hey, why are you trying to speedrun the game? It's not that I'm trying to speedrun. It's just a rare combination, of being bad, but also like really into the fluid combat of the game. So it might look like I'm rushing, but I'm really not, or at least it's not my intention to rush. I'm not a huge fan of the Spiteful Sword, by the way, but you know what I like? Is that it kind of has the... Does this have extra ammo? No, it's exactly the same. I like that this has like an Eden sort of situation where if you unlock bad stuff, or at least, you know, questionable stuff, extra damage on a burning target. I'm gonna take the damage here. If you unlock interesting but not necessarily like demonstrably amazing stuff, excuse me? You hit me out of the magnet? Then you're always gonna end up with these runs that have a little bit of variety in character, even though there's not that much content in the game yet. I mean, there's a lot, but not as much as there's eventually gonna be. I kinda like it. And we got a long way to go before that actually matters to us, because right now I'm still in like, you know, give me brimstone all the time territory, which is my Isaac-y way of saying, you know, we're not very good. We're hopefully getting there, you know, we're beating the boss with a little bit more consistency than we used to. And it's only the first boss, but it's, you know, a start. It's gonna take us a little while to, I wouldn't even say master. Master's like a very heady way to describe it, but we're doing our part. So I'm not gonna worry about the timed doors on this one. What I am gonna worry about is trying to advance as far as possible. This is the first run of the day. If we could experience like a new area, that would be amazing. There is the promenade. I'm not gonna, I mean, the thing is, 3,000 gold is like pretty expensive. I would rather just spend that on upgrading our run than getting into a situation that gives us, you know, more blueprints or something. We can always do that a little later. Although I understand, my intention is to go to the promenade. And we could get a blueprint there. And I don't think it's even gated by time, that one. The one that's after the first boss is, I believe. Spoilers, I suppose. So I went with the shield here, mostly because I don't like the heavy crossbow. I'm not necessarily the biggest proponent of shields, but it seems like we are done with this floor, so let's just go to the exit here. I'm not necessarily the biggest proponent of shields, but if this one throws a grenade and, you know, can also give us the added advantage of blocking damage and thus being useful when it comes to incoming attacks, then I'm cool with that. So we're just getting all of the, like, big passives, like being able to store more gold, for example, which is going to strengthen every run, as opposed to worrying about spending 50 cells to get to the point that, you know, these weapons have a 10% damage bonus instead of a 5% damage bonus. We will want to get there at some point, and it's something pseudo-meaningful to work towards, I guess, when you're in the late game, or the end game would maybe be a better word. Like, can I? I totally can. So this is the blueprint that people have been asking for. Assassin's Dagger. Alright. Well, it only took 20 episodes or something. There we go. Why go Promenade, by the way? Well, because it's the easiest. Although, people have told me it has the worst loot, so maybe we're screwing ourselves a little bit here, but maybe not. I'm gonna go double magnetic grenade. You know, to thine own self be true, as Polonius said. I believe in the Old Testament. Help. No, you're a dumb dude. You're a dumb dude with that one. But to thine own self be true. I believe in that. And the simpler we can make this run, I think the easier my life is gonna be. Being able to use one magnetic grenade per encounter strikes me as the sort of thing that's probably gonna be advantageous for my, like, mental health here. So cut this guy up, throw a magnetic grenade. You cannot escape the lightning bolt. We've already got another +1 to skills, but it's sort of transient. So let's get another +1 to skills here, because it's connected to our magnetic grenade 3. So it's like more than conceivable that we'll be stuck with, oh, in a good way, stuck with that magnetic grenade 3 for a little while here, but Just in case we end up giving it up, we might want to... I actually magneted him into a situation where he could hit me. Nothing has ever hurt more than that. Okay, this is good. I was going to actually upgrade strength, but then we would have had 2 strength upgrades. Probably not the worst thing in the world, but I do like Biter Swarm as well. I prefer to stay a little bit more well-balanced. Like, if I go full glass cannon, I usually die on the first boss. And full skills, I think, like, my puny earth brain is not fully able to comprehend why that's supposedly so good yet. Though, apparently it's just increased damage is the big thing. Because the thing is, though, that every subsequent level in something you've already leveled is worth more... I'm gonna go old sewers to try to get better loot. It's worth more than the level that came before it. As ridiculous as that might sound, when you level something up, you get more value. Ooh, finally, right, something to unlock. Next time, I guess. You get more value out of leveling that thing up over and over again, because it gives you a 40% bonus multiplicatively. You know, think of it as like compound interest. Let's say you got 2 bank accounts, and they both have $100 in them. And then you get 40% interest because you're with the greatest bank of all time, year over year. So December 31st rolls around, they go, okay, what bank do you want to apply your interest to? And you go, it doesn't matter. Give me bank account 1. Next year, you got help. You got $140 in that account. You got $100 in your other account. They say, okay, what account do you want to apply your interest to this year? It's fairly obvious that, you know, they're not created equal. One of those accounts is the actual right decision. What am I doing here? He got me? You got me too? And not even in an, oh baby, you got what I need, but you say he's just a friend sort of way? Phaser. +1 strength, plus 100% on a burning target? Sure. Tell you what. We'll go back to 1 magnet grenade. Oh! And heal up here. I like things that give us a stats upgrade. That was definitely not worth it. And that was like a botched interaction to the extreme to begin with. But we did make it. Usually this indicates treasure when there's traps preceding it. I might be talking out of my butt, to be honest with you, but I thought that's what that meant. Ah, there's treasure up there. So we'll just find another teleporter and then we'll go back to the treasure cave. Nothing personnel, kid. We're definitely, assuming we survive at least, we're gonna level up. I phased and they didn't want me to phase. DJ Khaled was right. They don't want me to get healthy. You can make that jump. We're doing decent damage. We could use a little bit more punch. There's usually a scorpion in there, isn't there? Remember when I didn't know you could jump on those things? That was a cold world we lived in back then. Alright, is there treasure over here? We'll find out. But first, we gotta teleport over here. We left a treasure chest just sitting there all by its lonesome. I thought there was like a puzzle, but the only puzzle was like, why haven't I gotten this yet? So regular bear trap poisons the victim. It's actually not worth holding, I think, over any of our existing items. I do like the bear trap. I don't necessarily think there's a synergy between like bear trap, magnet grenade, or bear trap phaser. The magnet grenade already holds enemies in place. You know what? Let's try it. Kill 10 enemies without getting hit. You gave me all the denim. Drops a bomb when you roll. All the damage you take is also dealt to nearby enemies. Alright, so all we gotta do is beat... I mean, that's a high damage bomb, for one. So I'm relatively pleased with that. But all we gotta do is beat 10 enemies without getting hit. Fortunately, if we touch that, we will die. So... gotta be a little careful with our platforming as well. Try to drop into, like, safer areas that we're a little bit more familiar with. I don't know... Oh, hello. So yeah, I'm basically gonna play it like the cheesiest way that I can. Because why wouldn't I, right? Every enemy down makes our life much easier. Oh, these guys are going too. And in the end, was the loot that valuable? I don't know. It's possible, I suppose. The truth of the matter is, I trust myself to not get hit by 10 enemies in a row. The only reason I don't trust myself right now is because, Scorpions? No scorpions. I think it's completely conceivable that I could just get so rattled from trying to fight these guys that I mess it up. Oh, dude, it still hits him from down here. Life's good. Might take slightly longer, but that's completely okay. Now, once that guy's done, we only need one more enemy, and then we're safe. Wanted to see the map. We don't need to see the map. It's all food. Ruby amulet. I'm not going to pick up the ruby amulet because it feels like that completely invalidates the purpose of the curse chest. Whether better or for worse. That's how I'm going to choose to handle this. Okay, we got to... Oh, he's done it. And they really gave us no choice with that one, so I feel vindicated. Alright, so we've managed to persevere here, despite the fact that it scared me a little bit. It was looking at the start of this run like we might be, you know, we might have egg on our face, to use an indelicate turn of phrase. Oh. We got a lot of gold for our next run. If there is a next run, because maybe we'll just beat the whole game here, and we'll beat it so badly we, like, feel like we never have to play it again because we've just beat it so well. Well, you know, make up your mind. Did you beat it badly, or did you beat it well? Nothing personnel. Kid? It's another skills upgrade. I gotta be honest with you, I'm not the biggest fan of our skills combination right now. I don't think I'm a phaser boy. I'll say see you later boy. It isn't good enough for me. By which I mean, I'm so bad that I need something better to carry me. I also have never used the shield, despite picking it up. You got something for me? Where you going, buddy? He's done it. Meat Grinder 4. Extra damage, and it does a ton of damage on a burning target. I'm going to take that over Phaser, even though it costs us a skill level. Because I think Magnet Grenade might cost us a strength level, to be less ambiguous. Magnet Grenade plus Meat Grinder seems very good. Figured out my master plan. I mean, so far it's working out nicely. Just keep in mind, like, if you get hit twice, you're probably done for. Should probably heal up, too. You know, we got enough charges to not feel like that's a bad idea. I mean, the bomb's good, and we did do the curse chest to get it, but 75% less damage from projectiles seems like something that's pretty useful for me in general. It's the ramparts? Oh, it's the Black Bridge already. Oh, I don't know, man. Well, we're gonna get an Assassin's Blade, and it should be of a tier that's appropriate for our existing level. And then we'll just dump the rest into conserving more of our gold. Assassin's Dagger 4 inflicts a critical blow when you backstab. Also throws a grenade. I mean, it seems good. We don't need to roll double melee. And we did very well in the old sewers. Keep in mind, the old sewers, was that toxic or old? I can't remember. It could have, you know, caused a problem for us a few episodes ago. So I think it's an important part of our evolution that it's not nearly as tough as it used to be. Now, this guy can still be a jerk. You got to admit. I don't know yet if I'm a believer in the Assassin's Blade. I've really only attacked with it like twice now. I am a serious believer in our skill build, though. Like, Magnet Grenade Meat Grinder very much seems like it's doing the job. I guess because I've been using the rapier, I'm like, it doesn't seem that amazing to do 143 damage on a crit. So he can still jump from within a magnet grenade, apparently. That doesn't seem bad, though. It seems better than our base level Spiteful Sword. Why didn't anybody tell me? The only thing you gotta do to make this guy feel the burn is roll whenever he jumps. That's me being facetious. Many people told me that on many different occasions, and I also still might die. As long as you're healing up, like, appropriately, I think it's fairly tough to die against this guy at this stage of our evolution. So it would be all the more hilarious if we did. I tend to become like a little coward the longer this fight goes on, too. And just decide, you know what? I don't really need to do damage with my sword anymore. We'll just let the meat grinder carry it. That maybe could have killed us. Nah, we're good. Alright, Tomo, you want to exit? By all means, buddy. Escape. What do we got going on there? Also, all sorts of glowing stuff. We have 8,900 gold. Quite a lot. I want to replace... I want to get, like, a piercing ranged weapon. How late were we? 3 minutes. Not that late, all things considered. And we had another little confidence booster against this boss to our resume here. It doesn't necessarily mean that this run is destined for great things, but it's a start. But sincerely, please God, I think we got good control. But I'm a little worried about, like, raw damage output. Seems like we can cheese it up pretty well. But even the, like, Assassin's Blade 4 is not doing that well for us. Could really use a better secondary or a better primary. That's Knife Storm. Knife Storm 6. It is piercing. I'm gonna take it. Meat Grinder's got better damage output, I think. Magnetic Grenade is really good. Or at least it seems like it's really... Good one. But, like, triple bleed and a form of crowd control... That was pretty dumb of me. Strikes me as a useful feature. What is this again? We get gold anytime we get a dead cell from an enemy? Well, actually, the Assassin's Blade is, like, really good against these guys, because once they throw an axe, they just sit there, you know, like an idiot, so we get endless crits, apparently. But I still feel like this build is a little underpowered where it counts. Damage over time, it's at least doing something. The gold is ridiculous. Again, the big thing is like, man, I don't want any more passives. I'll buy a skill upgrade, but I don't want any more, like, pendants. I want to spend all my money on something we can only hold one of that's not that good. I haven't seen a pendant yet where I've been like, this is, you know, what makes the dream work. Okay, so I'm a little scared. I didn't want to fight 2 of those guys at once. Again, kind of a waste there. I didn't think you'd go down that easily. I think Tomo wants back in. Come on in, buddy. Well, did you eat again? It's been a busy day for cat food. That's a very strange thing to say. It's been a busy day for cat food. It's like I'm a local reporter or something. Not that there's anything, you know, wrong about that. Maybe it has been a particularly newsworthy day from a cat food standpoint. So we need to find our door upwards. Dude, I hate cannonball, guys. What? I blew up the cannonball probably and hurt myself. Let's hit these guys real quick. Oh! Alright, we're not going to hit those guys. Use one of your heals. He's done it. Dude, screw you. A carrot is always useful. You ever heard of vitamin A? You ever heard of vitamin A? The cannonball also explodes as soon as it touches the meat grinder, which strikes me as, like, extremely bad, although it is doing a good job of keeping this dude at bay right now. So we're still looking to find our way up. We just can't get close, because if he shoots the... Whoa! If he shoots the cannonball, we're done for. Or we're at least going to take some damage. See, we're actually approaching this with, like, some sense and or sensibility. Is there a door around here that we can use to get to the second floor? Might want to be a little bit more cautious with that. It's a little bit of a boring way to handle these fights, but it's also, like, extremely getting the job done. We still got 3 heals left, which is better than we've done on this area recently. Okay, that was pretty silly. We should heal up. All it takes is, like, one wrong move and we'll be in trouble, but... He finally got hit. Does a lot of... Oh! Well, we gotta rush him a little bit now to get some of our HP back. I know what you're saying. Heal up, you idiot. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Next skill level, we'll probably go into our heals as well. Using 2 heals on 1 encounter there, it's bad form. Wouldn't recommend it. Doing good with our, like, really slow crawl approach here, though. You know, it's just a reminder, you gotta play the run as it stands. You can't just be like, I want to play, you know, glass cannon build. You gotta have the right layout to make it work. Loadout, I should say. At the same time, we should not be afraid to fight enemies. And I think that's what I'm a little bit in danger of, is like... That's the meat grinder sound. I'm like, going into these situations... Now I've done it. You know what? Just escape and heal up. Basically your textbook example for why you should never do what I did there. But you gotta admit, we're alive. Alright, now start working your way back. You're never gonna hit me, dude. Bad throw. That could have killed us. That should do it. Just play it slow, man. Your life is going fine. Just play it slow. Thank God you didn't destroy that door. This guy's very confused right now. Now the door is destroyed, which is bad news for me. Now we gotta, I was gonna say, keep moving across. That's the way we make it work here. Oh, come on. He might be able to hit us with the cannonball from there. It's harder than you'd think. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Dude, we might be a baby for handling things this way. This is how the enemies handle it, though. Why should I be any different? Did he actually just say YOLO? You're gonna throw that axe at me. Did you say YOLO? You did not say YOLO. How am I supposed to know if you're legit if you're not saying YOLO? Now, I don't know if I've ever made it this far. But I'm pretty sure the goal is to just keep moving upwards. Or as Billy Joel said, if that's moving up, then I'm moving up, because that's where the graveyard is. So it might be through here? We don't really want to go down. I mean, I'll take the skills, don't get me wrong. The lower the cooldown and the higher our skill level, the happier I am. How long has it been since I used the blood shield, man? But you gotta admit it's working is the thing. This might be it. Let's go. New area. He's done it. With 12,000 gold. And getting our heals back. So this is where I would expect to probably die. And yet at the same time, I'm feeling great. I think there is a boss here. I don't know if it's just a boss. It appears to not just be a boss. So these are like, oh! Well, I hate this. These are like my least favorite enemy. I was like, at least we won't see them after the ramparts. He said without a hint of irony. Man, we are underpowered. It's alright, just kite him. Even the crits are like not doing. Oh my god! We got 2 shot and lost 1 cell. But still, great run. Thanks for watching. We got to a new area. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time with renewed vigor